let's talk about American Horror Story Cult episode 5.
Mama's gonna give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Give you love. Give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Give you love. Give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Give you love. Give you love.
Ooh, welcome to the review, everyone. Let's talk about episode 5 and jump right into it, which has to be probably the best episode so far this season. This episode was written by Crystal Liu, and it was directed by Maggie Kiley. So we have to give Crystal and Maggie some pretty huge props here. Okay, so episode 5 was titled as Holes. Now, the episode opens with the holes supposedly in Beverly's story about reporting fake news to her boss, Bob Thompson, and he fires her. Next, we see Kai and his members meeting in his house, which we see Winter, Harrison, Dr. Samuels, Beverly, Gary, and an unknown guy who is later, I believe his name is RJ. His name is RJ. Now, poor RJ gets bitch slapped by Kai whenever he questions why he's running for city council. And I have to say, whoever out there online is making the awesome videos about all the bitch slapping that's going on this episode or this season, that's hilarious. Please, if you guys know where we can find some so we can watch them, that would be hilarious. Please put the links in the comments. So after poor RJ is bitch slapped, which I don't understand, Chaz is in there with Winter and his arm is missing. So why isn't he pissed at her? I mean, obviously he recognizes her when she bought the duct tape, and she was the last person that he saw before Ivy tasered him in the neck. And then remember, they tied him up with duct tape. So he was tied up with duct tape, and Kai came downstairs, gave him the hacksaw, and he cut off his arm. Why isn't he pissed at them? Why isn't he seeking revenge? Why is he all quiet? I mean, I understand it's one thing to be scared of the cult, but Chaz is completely acting as if that never happened. He doesn't seem to care at all, especially when Ivy joins the group, which, yeah, we all kind of knew she was part of it. But in this group, though, Beverly steps up to Kai. So a lot of people are theorizing right now that Beverly is going to be the one who ultimately will be the leader of the cult. So at that point, we move on to Allie, who literally rips the flesh off of her neck, thinking that there's a hole there. She's talking to Dr. Vincent, and pretty much how she struggles to live without Ozzy and Ivy. Now, Allie mentions that she feels that Ivy prepared for this separation, such as canceling her credit cards, moving out just like that over anything. So she just kind of mentions how she feels that Ivy was once prepared, that Ivy had prepared. I'm glad that Allie is showing initiative here to show that she's not a stupid blonde woman, that she can put 2 and 2 together. So we get a flashback to 2016 from Allie, and she is remembering how she tried to get physical with Ivy one night, and she gave her a beautiful present. It looked like a diamond bracelet, but it was very difficult to see. Anyway, Ivy gets angry because they are having financial problems, and she doesn't think that they should be spending the money, and she doesn't say thank you. I mean, she doesn't say anything gently. She just gets pissed at Allie and walks out. So then we see how their relationship dynamic is. And I think that that was just pretty good to show the cracks in their marriage, even 1 month before the election. Now that we move forward, as Allie is having dinner with Ozzy, and Allie tells Ozzy that they played pirates when he was a kid, which, number one, he still is a kid. Number two, he tells her mom, stop being weird. Why would he say that to her unless it never happened? I mean, whenever I say little things like that to my kids about memories, they do not tell me stop being weird, they'll laugh or we'll kind of reminisce a little bit, but it seemed like maybe that was a forced memory that Allie was trying to impose upon Ozzy, which is why he said stop being weird. So I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Now, Ivy, I feel, is with Winter now, guys. While I guess Allie is having dinner or Ozzy is with the babysitters or something, Winter and Ivy are together and they're driving to the cult meeting. They talk about the video about Ozzy being the one to find it and how Winter felt bad about that. And Ivy basically said that she hates Allie and she loves Ozzy. And so Winter takes she takes Ivy to Bob's murder for like a little date. I mean, honestly, that's the kind of vibe I'm feeling from this, is that Ivy is fed up with Allie and she wants to leave her, and she's so much into Winter that she'll do anything to kind of get in her pants. And you older guys know what I'm talking about. All that stupid stuff that we do for the nookie. I mean, after all, for goodness sakes, Fred Durst wrote a song about it and made a big hit about it. I think seriously that Ivy is definitely doing all of this just for the nookie. So Beverly's boss, Bob, he is one sick puppy. Okay, so Bob, at his house, the clowns invade his home. And Bob makes a comment about how it won't survive whenever it looks like the clowns are about to kill him. And they're like, what? And he confesses that he has a gimp in the attic. So they go up there and the clowns try to, see it for themselves. And that's when they unmask themselves. All of them are unveiled right there. So Kai is the three-faced clown. Winter is the purple dress clown that was shown at the beginning of episode 3. Meadow is definitely the ball gag clown. You guys were right about that. I did not think that was the top half of her physique, but you guys were right. It was her. And Beverly is the pentagram clown. You guys were right about that. Dr. Samuels is the brain clown. And Harrison is the wild-haired green clown. We were right about that, guys. And Ivy is the elephant clown. We were all right about that. And RJ is the white and black striped shirt clown. So we were also right about that person was not Ivy with the stripes on the shirt and the little poofy yellow hair. It was somebody that we had not yet seen yet. So his name is RJ, and let's see, even Gary is one as well. And Beverly, I have to say that after the scene where they kill the Gimp, Beverly is absolutely beautiful. I really have to say and point out that I don't understand, possibly the murders are making her even more enveloped than what she already is. But the scene where the Gimp is killed and Bob, that was a horribly brutal scene, guys. If you are very squeamish, I would definitely recommend not watching it. But it was very good. Kudos to the show for bringing back brutality onto the show, which a lot of fans love so much. So in the scene with Kai the next day, Beverly is just, like I said, she's so radiant and beautiful, and they're talking about weak links. So I believe the next day, RJ is determined to be the weak link, and the group members murder him. Oh, and Ivy is so hesitant to do it, but she still does it. They have a nail gun and they put it right up to his head, and they all take turns driving a nail into his head. It's so insane. That was just another brutal scene. And one viewer pointed out how it made RJ look like a modern day Frankenstein, which I thought that was a really great observation, especially when he had the two nails into the side of his head. So what do you guys think about those scenes? Were they too brutal for you, or were you able to watch them? Let me know in the comments. Now, as usual, Allie sticks her nose into Harrison and Meadow's house and finds Meadow in a shallow grave in the backyard. Now, Meadow is alive, and she suddenly bursts open and wakes up whenever Allie comes close to the grave, and she pleads for Allie to help her. And of course, Allie does exactly what she does best. She takes off running. And she won't help Meadow, or she won't even let Meadow into the house when she comes and bangs on the door afterwards. And then someone puts a bag over Meadow's head and takes her away. But before they do, Allie calls her cell phone. She calls Ivy for help, which she doesn't know she's across the street in Meadow and Harrison's house. And before Meadow is taken away, Meadow tells Allie that it is all a cult and that everyone is in it, even Ivy. Her babysitter, the mailman, the police officers, they're all in it. And even her wife. And that was such a great, little chilling moment that Meadow told her the truth. And then that was it. She was being drug away. Now, whenever everybody asked Harrison where was Meadow, because I believe Ivy specifically asked him after that, where was Meadow, he says that she was with a friend. So I don't know what to make of this. Possibly Meadow was, they were trying to kill her and, it was just a setup. But I really don't think it is. I really think that they wanted Allie to know that Ivy is in the cult and to further exacerbate her fear. That's exactly what I'm thinking of, that it was just all a plot that they're doing behind Ivy's back. So that's just my feeling. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. Now, guys, it's obvious that the cult is using fear in order to get elected because Kai is really moving ahead in the polls for the congressman. Now, lastly, Beverly goes pinky to pinky with Kai in one of the best scenes of the entire episode, or episodes. Now, rather than her answer his question, he tells her the truth about a question she asks him about his parents. And she even comments about how he never tells anybody the truth, which is why I never wanted to explain about the things that Kai has said before to the cult members, because the scene just proves that what he tells them is not true. So we get a flashback to Kai 3 years ago. His father, when he died, we do learn that he was abusive. He was crippled and the one who used the stair glider in order to get up and down the stairs. Kai does have a degree in religious studies. He was going to college for it. And his mother wasn't Cher or Frances Conroy, but it was really terrible that he was abused, and so was his mom. And one night, his mom just couldn't take it anymore, and she shoots his dad and then herself. Now, this is where I was sort of right. Kai says that he called his sibling. He has an older sibling, but it's not a sister, it's a brother. And we are revealed at this moment that Dr. Rudy Vincent is Kai's brother, which... dun, dun, dun. That was such a great twist. I loved it. I loved this episode. I don't think I can say that enough. So rather than call the police, Rudy suggests to Kai that they all cover it up, that they cover the parents up with lime, put them in the bedroom, and padlock the doors so nobody can ever go in. And, he was too afraid that they were going to lose the disability that that his dad was receiving, and what the notion of a murder-suicide by his parents would do to Rudy's practice. So Rudy and Kai make an agreement to do that, and they don't tell their sister Winter until Thanksgiving, which you get from Rudy that he hates his sister. He calls her like a privileged bitch or something like that. And you can definitely tell that Rudy does not like his sister, that really only Kai does. So, or maybe does. So we definitely know that the three of them are siblings and that their parents are the ones behind the rose door with the padlock. And Kai breaks down crying after answering Beverly's question. And yeah... Then the episode ends. Guys, I have to absolutely give this episode a 10 out of 10. It was fantastic. We got a lot of backstory. We got a lot of answers. We know now who's behind the rose door. We know a lot of stuff. We know who Kai's siblings really are. I still think there's still some more information that we have yet to receive. So I'm really looking forward again to the next few episodes that we are getting. And I am really loving Colt. And again, if I could rate this episode, I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10 for the gore, the writing, and the acting. Absolutely. And please let me know, obviously, guys, what you think in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumb up. If you want to see more videos, please click subscribe and the notification bell. And thank you all so much for your kindness, your donations that help pay for the prizes and upgrade the channel, and all of your love and support. Bye, everybody.